Hey there, good morning. I am John. Today is Tuesday, February 21st, 2023. This is my daily vlog, my stand-up of documenting, trying to make content creation a sustainable long-term thing since I was laid off a few months back. So let's go ahead and get started this Tuesday with a recap of yesterday. If you watched yesterday, you'll remember that I noted it was President's Day, and I kind of wanted to take a pseudo day off. Well, I mean, it was a very productive pseudo day off. As I said, it's not that I didn't want to do anything, is that I kind of wanted to, like take a second Sunday where I kind of semi-worked. So I got quite a bit done. I did some prep work on the podcast. I edited some more shorts. What I didn't do is like get in here in the studio and stand up and shoot a long-form video or anything. But yeah, it wasn't off, but it was certainly relaxing. So it was nice. I think, did I get out of the house? I did get out of the house, briefly. I think I ran up to the corner to the grocery and came back. But yeah, it was, and, interestingly, I bought myself a new just released video game, which is something I certainly haven't done in 3 or 4 months, maybe, just because of the expense of them. But there was a new game that I was talking about on the podcast last week that I was just, this week? Maybe it's the one that comes out. Anyway, I was talking about it when recording a podcast, and I really wanted to play it on release day, and I got it, and I started, got that going, although I was pretty tired by the time I downloaded it and got going. But yeah, so I was semi-productive, even though I kind of took a semi-day off. I ripped some, digitized some vinyl records that I picked up recently. Cool stuff like that, just kind of self-projects. All right, let's talk about today then. So today is podcast editing day. Every Tuesday we'll be over on Twitch editing the podcast together. People will hang out, listen, we'll cut up and chat, and I'll get it all done in one sitting, which is fantastic. I laid the groundwork for that yesterday, as I always kind of do on Monday, so I'm ready to jump in and get going this morning with it. I hope you will join us if you are able, even if it's just for a little while. Even if you can't spend a lot of time there, I use Tuesdays as a reminder that if you have Amazon Prime, and if you have not yet delegated it, you have a free subscription you can give to any Twitch creator just by popping over to Twitch and clicking a couple of buttons. I mentioned I'll remind you of this each Tuesday because you have to refresh it every month if it expires. So if you have Amazon and haven't done that, totally free for you, and it's definitely beneficial for us over here. So if you can do that, that's cool. So once that'll take the majority of the morning, of course. That usually finishes up around noon. Get some lunch, and then I have a couple of editing projects to do. I know I still have the barter edit to do, but I'm waiting on some materials to get back from that. So I'm going to jump back into that as soon as it reappears on my inbox. Additionally, George cut a quick video that I want to get edited and get out. And also I have about 3 videos in the hopper that I know what I want to do over the next few. Assuming nothing else pops up that's urgent, that's timely, in which case I'll jump on that instead. Pivot, as they say. Look, I have my work lined up for me. I know what I'm going to do. Actually, yesterday as a planning day was very useful because I was able to spend some time kind of lining some things up and thinking and gathering. I recorded, some video of some different things that I'll need as B-roll. I got a lot done yesterday for a day off. It was really, it was mentally relaxing, but I wasn't doing nothing. It was pretty cool. Interestingly, I want to talk very briefly at the end of today's video. I think it was yesterday's when Bridget, a longtime friend and also a viewer of these vlogs, because I was talking about what it was like when I used to have a real job versus now. And she mentioned she had heard this great term called Funemployed. And I think it's a very appropriate word to use, and I'm going to start using it. However, I thought it was interesting as I thought about it more throughout the day. It's a great portmanteau of fun and unemployed, obviously. It's great. And what I'm doing is something that I enjoy. I think there's an interesting differentiation. I think if I'm able to be successful, this will be fun. But there's a distinct difference between something being enjoyable and being fun. It's a razor's edge, but I think what I'm doing right now is enjoyable. It stops short of being fun. I think fun is just pure bliss with no worries, whereas right now I'm enjoying what I'm doing, but nagging at the back of my head is that, you're gonna fail, you're running out of money, you're not gonna be able to do this, stats are down, you're a failure. All those things are in my head, and so I think that tarnishes the fun a little too much to say that I'm fun-employed. I'm enjoying employed, which is not a cool, clever turn of a phrase. And I think that's going to be the bridge. You know, when I'm over the hump and the challenge is behind me, and I see that success is ahead and imminent, I think that's when it will turn from just enjoyable to both enjoyable and fun. It's not to say I'm not going to use that awesome term. I think fun employment is a perfect way to kind of say that I'm not doing the typical thing. I'm doing something that's more enjoyable and personal and that kind of thing. It makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I don't know why. I spent a lot of time yesterday thinking about that little phrase and the difference between what I'm doing and what I used to be doing and kind of what I hope to be doing in the future. Whereas, you know, right now I'm kind of hopping from the next thing, trying to chase trends and find out what it will take to get us to that certain level. I think the fun will come, pure fun. I'm not saying I'm having no fun, right? But the pure fun without the worry will come when it be just a matter of like, well, today I'll do whatever because, you know, because I have finally enough of a following that I don't have to please every single viewer with every single piece of content. It will become a matter of what's the one thing I want to talk about today, just regardless of what I think is going to be the top performer of, you know, so it's, yeah, I think that pretty much summarizes. I just was thinking of another way to explain it, and I think I already did it twice, so I think you get it by now. All right, time to get busy today. Thank you so much for stopping by to check out today's vlog. If you're here every day, thank you. You know I love you for that. I appreciate you. Hope you have a fantastic Tuesday, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.